everybody. We've been having some technical difficulties this morning, so that is why we are a little bit late. Well, in a world that just wants to seem to keep the messages from coming out, today we're going to talk about the forgotten senses, returning to the body, the land, and direct knowing. And I swear technology is trying to show us that we're not allowed to do that. It's going against the glitch of the system, I tell you that much. But let's take a deep breath with me this morning. Oh, and let yourself arrive. Feel the body where you are, because sometimes, man, doesn't it feel like you're floating off somewhere else and you're not sure where you are or even if anything really real exists anymore. But feel the body where you are. Feel the chair underneath the ground and below you, the air that moves around you. See, you do not have to solve the whole world this morning or right now in this moment. And you do not have to force yourself to become peaceful. And, you do not have to be perfectly healed. You only have to be willing to listen. Because this morning we are talking about something that the world has made us forget. You know what we're going to talk about? We're talking about forgetting our senses. Because you know what? We have forgotten about the body and the breath and even the land. The rhythm of life we've actually forgotten. The knowing that does not come from a screen even, or even a headline or a label or a title or a system or somebody else telling you who you are even. And yesterday we actually talked about concrete cage, being the mouse caught in the corner in the cage. And we talked about how the world can become so loud, so artificial, and so hurried, and so filled with fear, comparison, consumption, and distraction that people forget the living beings. I was thinking about that this morning with how I woke up and feeling I was like, man, I've been so busy. I've ignored my body. It came out of the hospital. And just days before, doctors even said right on the screen to my own adopted mom, like, we don't know how she's still alive. I get doctors from all over the place messaging me. Can't believe I'm just off traveling the country with my body in this state. And this morning I wake up and I realize my body is tired. It needs to rest. And I was realizing even when I can forget that the body has a rhythm. We forget that the land has a rhythm. And we forget that life has a rhythm. And we forget rhythm. We forget to live we start to live in survival mode because of it. And we begin to live as though every moment is urgent. I think that's what I was doing mentally, thinking every moment is urgent. I might not wake up tomorrow. We begin to live as though every thought is a command, but it's not. And we begin to live as though every feeling is a prophecy, and we begin to live as though our value comes from what we produce. But it doesn't. Something in you knows that it is not the whole truth. Something in you is tired of being rushed. Something in you is tired of being watched. And something in you is tired of being evaluated. And something in you is tired of being told you're not enough just as you are. Something in you is tired of living outside of yourself, trying to please the world. And it's shouting. And I want to tell you this morning, the way back is not somewhere far away either. The way back is not hidden in a system. The way back is not owned by a religion. The way back is not something you have to earn. The way back begins in the breath you are taking right now. The way back begins in the body you have been trying to ignore, that's shouting out to you and saying, hey. The way back is in the land beneath your feet. Hello, Sarah. And the way back it begins when you stop treating yourself like a machine and start remembering that you are alive. And so take a breath and breathe it out. say quietly, I'm willing to come home to myself today. I'm willing to come home to myself. See, the body always speaks. The question is whether you have learned how to listen. The body speaks through tension, speaks through exhaustion, speaks through pain, speaks through hunger, speaks through sleeplessness, speaks through anxiety, and the body speaks through the desire to run, and the body speaks through the desire to hide, and the body speaks through the way your chest tightens in certain rooms, and the body speaks through the way your shoulders relax around certain people. And the body speaks through the way you can feel peace in one place and panic in another. We were taught to push through. Do not cry. Do not be weak. Do not rest. Do not complain. Thank you. Do not cry. Do not be weak. Do not rest. Do not complain. Do not feel, keep going, work harder, smile, perform, be normal. And when we become disconnected from the very place that carries us through life, we become disconnected from the body. Some of us learn to leave the body because the body held pain. Some of us learn to numb the body because the body held memory. And some of us learn to control the body because we did not feel safe. And some of us learn to judge the body because the other people judged it first. And some of us learn to hate the body because the body did not fit the world's narrow idea of acceptable and what was okay. But the body is not your enemy. The body maybe you're overwhelmed. The body may be tired. The body may be carrying things that may need medical support. The body may need rest. The body may need therapy even. And the body may need nourishment. It might be starving for food. It might need to feel safe. But the body is not betraying you by sending you signals. The body is communicating. And say this with me, my body is not my enemy. My body is not my enemy. This does not mean that every sensation is a spiritual message. It does not mean we ignore other things that we need, like if we need a medicine or treatment or care or support or practical wisdom. It means we stop treating the body like a problem we have to conquer. And we become curious. We ask, what is my body trying to tell me? Am I exhausted? Am I overwhelmed? Am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Am I carrying someone else's fear? Am I living in an environment that keeps me survival mode? Do I need rest? Do I need help? Do I need a boundary? Do I need to go outside? Do I need to be quiet? Do I need to just sit and relax? Sometimes the body is not saying something is wrong with you. Sometimes the body is saying, you have been too far away from yourself. We live in a world that rewards disconnect and it rewards speed. It rewards constant availability. It rewards productivity. It rewards the person who can keep going long after their body is asking them to stop. It rewards people for ignoring their own needs. And then it calls them successful. But a person can look successful and still be deeply disconnected. A person can have money and still not know how to rest. A person can have followers and still not know how to be alone. A person can have a beautiful home and still not feel at home. And we have to realize there's more to us than just even what we've got. We've been ignoring our body that gives a signal. For so long, we've been distracted by screens and kept ourselves comforted by, whatever can keep us from listening. We've been developing a society that doesn't even know how to listen anymore. And that's the crazy thing. We are more than all these things. We are way more than all these things. And we've forgotten. We've forgotten the truth. We've forgotten. That's what awakening is about, is remembering the truth of our existence. remembering to gaze for a moment and to listen. So will you remember?